What's up, this is Vincanity, and today we'll be learning how to do a rollback to a handstand. This is one of the basics to doing rollback freezes. And if you guys know what those are, where it's basically where you're rolling back into a freeze, into a one-hand freeze, into a invert, which is a two-hand freeze, into a elbow freeze. All these different things are based off of the same motion of this move. So it's important to really learn and understand this. If you don't and you're trying to do those moves, it could be potentially dangerous, and you also might be having a lot harder time with them than you would be if you knew how to do this. So even simple things like rolling back into ground freeze, the chair freeze, a shoulder freeze, it's still based on the same motion and technique. If you haven't watched past two videos, roll back to your hands, or roll back to your feet, sorry, reverse somersault, those two are really gonna help you with this move. So make sure you watch those two, and also make sure you have mastered a handstand. If you haven't mastered a handstand and you're trying to roll back to a handstand, well, obviously you're setting yourself up for failure. Learn how to do a handstand, be able to hold it, and at least be able to be up on your hands for 5-10 seconds before you continue with this, or else you're gonna roll back to your hands and just fall over or not be able to actually get up. Okay, so I learned this the hard way. I learned it just by trying to teach myself. When we were rolling back, we were putting our hands here and pushing. Gymnasts have told me that when they do this same rollback, they are having their arms straight, and it's almost as if like you throw a pencil on the ground and it hits the ground so hard that it stands up. That's their technique. The pencil goes here, boom, and it lifts up right into a handstand. And if you've seen a gymnast do this, it looks beautiful. They just pop right up. Unfortunately, gymnasts have soft ground. So when you roll back like that, your arms kind of slam on the ground and you lift up straight. But as dancers, we're on hard ground. And I've tried the technique on hard ground, and it's not super fun experience. You get bruises, you slam your arms on the ground, it's not that great. So I've always stuck with the original technique that I've used, which is here. And again, most street dancers and b-boys, b-girls, people that do stuff on hard ground use the same technique. So you're here, you roll back just like we did to our feet, and instead of kicking our legs to the back wall or kicking it to the side, we're gonna kick straight up, and we're gonna explode our body all the way so it's in an upright, straight position. Okay, so we start off from the ground. When we roll back, I'm gonna actually go sideways so you guys can see. When we roll back, it's easiest if you really tuck yourself in like that. And as soon as your head touches the floor, your head and basically your hands are gonna kind of touch the floor at the same time too, you're gonna explode your legs up to the ceiling. If you kick your legs too early, and this, again, if this is your first time doing this, you might do this. If you kick too early, you're gonna jump, you're basically gonna bounce back. You're gonna go here, and you're gonna bounce back. And it might look kind of funny, and you might get the wind knocked out of you, so you don't wanna do that. So wait until your head touches the floor and your hands are firmly planted on the floor to explode your body completely straight. When you guys do this, try your best to really commit. Don't go halfway and give up. Commit to being completely straight. Okay? So again, this is the test run. We're just gonna go straight up. You don't have to hold it that long, but you wanna at least go up. Ready? All right, you guys, so let's try that again. Imagine that my hand right here is my body. When I roll back, I'm here, I'm tucking in, and I'm exploding so I'm completely straight, right? So let's roll, boom, my body's completely straight. You have to commit, like I said earlier. If you don't commit, your body's gonna be bent, it's not gonna be able to be straight and be, ready to easily hold, okay? So let's try it again. As soon as your head and your hands touch the ground, explode up, okay? Ready, here. Up. One more time. From here. And again, as you can see, like if you know how to do a one-hand freeze, you could just pop into a one-hand freeze. Same thing with the elbow freeze. We'll be learning that eventually too. Is rollback to elbow freeze. It's the same form. Same with the rollback to the headstand. Okay. So again, practice it so you can also balance. Just because you can roll back to your handstand doesn't mean that you can really hold it. And then if you're trying to go to a freeze from that handstand, then you're going to be off balance from the start because you couldn't hold the handstand. So understand the technique, understand the form, and then get creative. Go into different movements, different freezes. You don't always have to go to a freeze too. You could go to another flow or a footwork step. This is just a basic guide to going from here back into the handstand. All right. Hope you guys enjoy this. Again, have fun with it. And if you guys come up with something interesting, feel free to send it to me on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube, whatever you like. All right. I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.